Not only do you ache, but apparently being strangled half to death makes you really, really thirsty. You are desperate enough to dig out the drink bottle you found in an abandoned closet. You pull it out of your coat and find that eerily it is just as ice cold as when you put it away. But you're in no mood to let that deter you. You twist the cap off with the sleeve of your coat and gulp it down. It tastes a bit like vegetable juice, but is very, very refreshing. You feel a lot better for having drunk it. Finishing the last of the liquid, you drop the bottle carelessly on the creature's corpse. It rolls across the floor. While a part of you would dearly like to keep working out your frustrations on the dead thing, you realize it'll get you no closer to finding your uncle, or even to leaving this damned hotel. As you leave its putrefying body and cross the hall, you realize that you are once again covered in blood, making your previous washing endeavor totally pointless. Speaking of totally pointless, you return to the stuck door. Rattling the handle and peering once again into the keyhole reveals that its state remains unchanged. Though you have the key for it, you can no more enter room 207 than you can any of the other stuck doors in the corridor. You scrabble around in your coat pockets for something you might be able to use to unlock the lock on the door. Frustratingly, the best thing you can come up with is a high heel, and even its stiletto point won't fit in. It's beginning to look like you don't have any way to get into the store at the moment. Defeated, you head back down the hall. You check the rest of the doors one more time, but they're just as unopenable as the last time you tried. You sulk back to room 205 and peek in. It seems to be the way you left it, right side up, and free of lipstick graffiti. You are leery of going near the bed, due to whatever it is you saw underneath it. You get down on your hands and knees, skittishly eyeing the bed for any signs of movement, and peer into the long passage through which you came to be on the second floor. It's dark, really dark. After all the nasty surprises you've had today, you don't want to just crawl in blind. You reach in your pocket to retrieve your lighter, but as you do, you feel a terrible lurch in the bottom of your stomach, as gravity betrays you. Suddenly, at a 90-degree angle, yelling and flailing, you try to stop yourself. You fall through the tunnel. As before, time seems to lose all meaning as you descend, but this time, tumbling and careening through the shaft that seems much larger than when you crawled through it on your hands and knees, you see something. Almost nothing more than a mere shimmer in the air. You see him standing in the air, easy as you please. Desperately you call out for your uncle, and for a moment you think he's seen you, but he looks somewhere else, and then he's gone. Or perhaps you are. Perspective lurches hard again, and you hit the ground hard. You lie there stunned. Was it really your uncle? A ghost? A hallucination? What the hell is going on here? As you try to find your wits, you notice that your pants are now dry. You're in room 314 again. You heave yourself off the floor and try to shake some of the fog from your head. You didn't see James's ghost. That much is obvious, because James is not dead. Therefore, you are hallucinating, or something. Obviously. The room itself is just as you left it, as far as you can tell. The door is still closed, so evidently that thing never got inside. You can't hear it now, either. On a whim, you decide to root around in the dresser drawers, despite having only found some red thread in them a little while ago. Your diminishing confidence in the continuity of the world is rewarded. In the top drawer, you find another ceramic plate. This one's yellow, and some spent bullet casing. You pick up the ceramic plate out of the drawer and examine it more closely. It seems quite similar to the other one you got. Maybe they're part of a set. Embossed on this plate is the image of what looks like an iconic depiction of Sherlock Holmes. If you're right, maybe this is the dexterous detective referred to in the Bible poem. You fish the other plate out of your pocket and compare the two. They don't have too much in common, aside from looking like they both came from the same set. The only real link between the two you can think of, but if you're right, one is Holmes and the other is the Phantom of the Opera, they may be from some kind of collection of classic literature plates. The kind of thing that old ladies buy out of the backs of magazines. Next, you'll be finding some arcane significance in precious moment stalls. Yeesh. With a sigh, you put the plates away and pick up old Smacky. You wish that your head felt less full of fuzz, so you could think more clearly. Plates, pipes, monsters. Ugh. Pipe in hand, you swing the door open gently, just a couple of inches, and peer out. You can't see much, but it looks as though the lamp at the end of this hall, which was out last time you were here, has lit itself. At least you won't have to waste any lighter fluid. You pull out your map, which you sorely missed on the second floor, or wherever it was that you just were, and have a look. You're currently standing in room 314. The stairs are non-existent. The observation room and 313 are stuck, like half the doors around here seem to be. 312 was the room you initially landed in, and 315 was the room that had the body in the bathroom. There's that blinking keypad by the elevator, which you don't know what to do with, and you're still vaguely curious as to why rooms 320 through 322 are crossed out. There's most of the floor to explore, provided any of the doors actually open. Then there's the elevator, which might either get you quickly out of here, or send you plunging to a horrible death. You're practically spoiled by choices. Horrible, horrible choices. And you wish you had more cigarettes.